Hey, it's BT with the BT GP report. Talking about the first GP from Qatar. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I watched the race twice. That's how good that race was. And as usual, I want to start off with, Moto 3. Only because two reasons. One, it's the best racing there is. And two, it pisses you guys off. So let's piss you guys off. Talk about Moto 3. Moto 3, it was a good race. I thought it was a good race. I don't see anybody making as of this point. It's only the first race. I thought it was a good race. Pack racing like always in Moto 3. The biggest surprise in Moto 3 to me was Bulaga and Bastianini. Like, what happened? I don't know what happened with those guys, but I expected them to step their game up come Argentina. I don't know what they were like in 17th and 16th. It was horrible. Props to Johan Mir. Johan Mir is with a good team, Leopard Racing. That's the one that Danny Kent's team that he won with a couple years ago. So watch out for Johan Mir, DG Antonio, McAfee, John McPhee, especially after that crash he had in Australia. So good luck to that guy coming up. So not too much on Moto 3. It's too early to tell. Great racing. Johan Mir, great victory for him. I think his second victory ever, so good for him. It's too early to tell. So we'll just skip over Moto 3. How about that? We're going to skip over it. So go to Moto 2. Moto 2. Franco Morbidelli just might be what's the word I'm looking for? The forerunner to take the Moto 2 title. He looked good, didn't he? Morbidelli, I told you, once he learns how to win, like with Marquez. When Marquez went to Moto 2, he crashed, and once he found out how to win, the rest is history. I think it's going to go the same with Franco Morbidelli. I also think Tom Luthie's 30, and which means that he's an experienced veteran. He's raced Moto 2 before. So watch him and Luthi put on battles this year. I like Nakagami, what Nakagami's got. But the man to watch for in Moto 2, watch for Miguel Oliveira. Miguel Oliveira, he's back with the Red Bull KTM team. He's familiar with them. He's got Io as his coach. Watch Miguel Oliveira. I think he's going to do well. My buddy Dominic Gerder, I think he's going to do well. He's back with the chassis he's used to, so I think he's going to do well eventually. Alex Marquez, even though he got fourth, good showing, he stayed upright on the bike. I don't know, man. I mean, it's early. But he was looking for a podium. He fell off the pace, and he wasn't too happy at the end of the race. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But props to Franco Morbidelli. And Franco Morbidelli is the closest on the grid to having a Jerry curl. Even though he's half Brazilian and half Italian, he looks black and looks like a Jerry curl. So I kind of like that. I wish he would just like spray it with some activator, kind of. And, have a little juice dripping down and makes put a little soul glow on it. Put a little soul glow. I think that'd be kind of neat. Anyway, move on to GP. In GP, I thought the race, actually, I think GP stole the show because you're always waiting for GP, and I think it delivered. And the man who delivered that no one was expecting to deliver was Johan Zarco. Where did he come from? That 2 years of Moto 2 did him well. What he did, damn. I mean, damn. Yeah, he screwed up. Yeah, he crashed. But even before that, the look on Maverick Vinales' face when they asked him at the post-press conference about him, he goes, yeah, man, that dude, where'd he come from? And just that look. Watch out for Zarco for the whole year. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens. He's experienced. He's a two-time Moto 2 champion, the only two-time Moto 2 champion. Watch that dude. I thought it was a great race. I love the race. I think Marquez is going to do the same thing he had to do last year, and that's manage races, which is going to be bad for us, but it's going to be good for him winning the title. And with Maverick, what Maverick's going to do, well, it's going to be interesting to see what Maverick does the rest of the year, but why wouldn't Maverick do well the rest of the year? Maverick, I'm going to call that kid Ice, because that's what he is. He's smooth. He pushes when he needs to push. Whereas Marquez, at least the old Marquez, used to push, and it's great to watch. He's like a bucking bronco. He's always off the bike. Now he's kind of wanting to manage races a little bit well because the Honda had. Let's just be honest. The Honda ain't been shit for the last 2 years. The Honda's like a juvenile delinquent. You ain't been shit in the last 2 years, and it really hadn't been. That's why he has to manage races. So I watch what Maverick does in Argentina and in Austin. Those are Maverick's track. I mean, those are Marquez's tracks. Watch what Marquez. The Argentina, I think, and Austin are going to be the telltale sign. If Maverick can steal a victory in in Argentina, and especially Austin, where where Marquez is undefeated, it's going to be the racing is going to be even more better, even more better. Yeah, even more better. It's going to be more better than it's ever been. I really think GP is going to be. We're in the golden age of GP. I really believe that. And I was thinking about this. If Zarco does what I think Zarco's going to do, where's he going to go next year? You going to keep him on a Tech 3? That guy needs a factory bike. He really does. So what's going to happen? I don't know. I mean, I really don't. It's too early for the silly season, obviously, and it's just one race. But if he continues to prosper, what's going to happen? Where's that guy going to go? Somebody's going to lose a job, man. Zarco, I think, deserves a factory ride. That guy is good. He knows how to manage tires. Remember in Moto 2 when you thought he was out of it? He'd be like 5 or 6 seconds out of it, and all of a sudden, like, who the hell was that? And it was Zarco. Watch Zarco, what Zarco does. Also, Lorenzo, man, somebody give Lorenzo a hug. That dude, I mean, that look on his face after the race. They asked him what the positives were. He goes, we didn't crash. That's the only positive he said. We didn't crash. We picked up some points. The look on his face, when a man has that look on his face, two things are bothering him. A woman and a Ducati. And as far as I know, he don't have a woman, so it's a Ducati. Only a Ducati can make a man look like that, and a Ducati is kicking his ass. Right now, he's not the best rider on the Ducati garage. He's not the best rider. Matter of fact, he's not the best rider named Jorge. He's not even the best rider with the last name Lorenzo. I mean, let's just be honest, man. That Ducati's kicking his ass after the first race. But we'll see. When it's dry conditions, everything's right. Jorge is good. We're going to see what happens to him. I want to see what happens to him in Argentina, see how he bounces back. But right now, man, somebody just give him a hug and say, it's going to be okay, Jorge. It's going to be okay, J-Lo. We still love you, J-Lo. So I think it's going to be good to see what happens to him. Dovey is always like the bridesmaid, never the bride, never the bride. He lucked out last year, and so I can't say luck out, but he got a victory last year. But let's just be honest, man. In Qatar, he's always been second for 3 years in a row. He's been second, never the bride. I mean, he's like Jennifer Aniston. For some reason, he just can't go down the aisle with anybody. I mean, yeah, he's hot, everything else, but nobody really wants to marry him. He's got Jennifer Aniston disease. That's what he has. I don't know what it is. He did a great job. I love Dovey. Dovey stays in the races. He races clean. He's a good racer. Everybody likes him, but you just kind of knew Maverick was going to pass him. You're like, So it turned out well for Maverick. I thought it would. I mean, people were talking about how he's going to handle the pressure. Even I said that. But if you watched him with Moto 3, which I knew him from Moto 3, I love how people leave comments on my page like, man, this guy named Maverick Vinales. I know. I was with the guy when he was like 19. And that didn't sound good for a grown man to say that he's been with a kid since he was 19. It doesn't sound right. But you know what I mean. Anyway, Maverick Vinales, what he's going to do this year. And Rossi, let's talk about what Rossi did. Rossi, for somebody who was out of it, I think he had to qualify because we didn't have any qualified. He was like 12th. No, he was 10th. So he was on the third row or fourth row. What Rossi did on race day, I don't think anybody is better on race day than Rossi. Nobody's better on race day when he comes to race. And that's beautiful. And also, don't let me forget, Aleix Espargo, man, for what he did with Aprilia, that's the highest they've ever placed in 6th place. He deserves a raise after the first race. What he's doing is incredible. I've always liked Aleix Espargo. I think he's great, good for him. The rest of the field, like I said, Lorenzo finished 20 seconds off the pace, 20 seconds off of first place, 20 seconds. I mean, Alex Rins, a rookie, beat him. A rookie, I mean, God, and I'm not contrary to popular belief, I'm not a Jorge Lorenzo hater. I like the guy, I really do. But man, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. First race of the season, I loved it. Racers to watch, Moto 3. Racers to watch in Moto 3. Everybody, that field is wide open. It's like my head at night. It's wide open. I don't know what's going on in there. Moto 2, racer to watch, Miguel Oliveira. Definitely the racer to watch. Franco Morbidelli is going to fight for the championship, and I think he's going to win it. And my personal belief is he's going to take Tito Rabat's place next year. Franco Morbidelli is the real deal. And for racer to watch in MotoGP, like I said, Johan Zarco. What Zarco is going to do, I think is going to be incredible. I think he's going to push for even podiums this year. Zarco is the real deal. So I thought it was good racing. I didn't think Moto 2 was as good as I wanted the race to be. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. MotoGP stole the show. Thought it was a great race. Cal Crutchlow kind of disappointed me. He crashed twice, and that's what happened to him last year. And that's why toward the end of the year, I thought he was the best racer in GP. But Oh man, yeah, getting started. He starts off slow and ends up strong. So Crutchlow has to correct his mistakes and do better in the beginning of the year. So look for him in Argentina to come back strong. So hopefully you guys like this, man. I'm looking forward to coming back. I love posting these. So thank you guys for hitting me up. I'm going, wait, when's it coming out? I couldn't wait to post this, but I traveled today, watched the race, had to watch it again, and yada, yada, yada. So thanks for watching. It's going overtime, and so I'm going to end it right here. But until then, I'll see you guys in Argentina. Until then, you know the word. Peace.